equal to the totalitarian rule of the economy over every section of life. At the start of 1995, the trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights accord, which is part of the General Agreement of Trades and Tariffs, became a law to rule the intellectual property movements and flows all over the world. For these people, there are only one type of rights, and those are the rights of property. For these people, there is only one type of freedom, and that is the freedom of the market. And so they make raids on workshops at gunpoint to examine licenses. They arrest people who write computer code at conferences. They execute trademark pirates. They make raids on marketplaces in Chiapas to arrest people who are selling CDs just to survive. And they deny millions and millions of people the medications that they need so as to survive. We are here today because we believe in a different set of values. That a different set of values can organise this world around the principles of collectivity, of solidarity, of mutual aid, of an economy organised for life and not for survival, and not for dead time, and not for repression, and not for suffering, and not to serve the religious fundamentalists who now rule the world against democracy, against the people. We say, wipe out the TRIPS, repeal the Berne Agreement, repeal the copyright laws, get rid of the patent laws, and organise the world around people's needs, what they will use, and not around the profits of the few who will flow back to Zurich, and to Geneva, and to London, even while they go to these countries to produce and use cheap labour and avoid the cost of legislation. What about TRIPS?
Hello, please stop. No, don't go into this yard, into this building. We really decided not to attack the buildings today. Please come back. We want to continue with the demonstration in front of the other transnational agencies.
We're here outside the offices of the World Intellectual Property Organization. If the WTO is a monument to control of capital flow, of economic control, WIPO is a monument to the control of information, of knowledge, of expertise, of ideas themselves. This place is a bastion to the control of media. Through copyright, the people who run WIPO want to protect Hollywood, protect the music industry, and enforce the rights of producers to a position of consuming the media they produce. They seek to effect control over software. They seek to deny our right to share. WIPO's strategy is to restrict the power of our networks. WIPO is also about the control of medicines, of pharmaceuticals. This is the place in which people decide about the rights that will produce the right to live and the right to die as part of an equation of profit. Through patenting of pharmaceuticals, they seek to protect capital interests under the lie of paying for innovation. But intellectual property is no longer about innovation. It is about suppressing our creativity. It is about suppressing our right to treat illness. And it is about preserving strategies of creating profit. Today, intellectual property has to become part of our everyday struggle, because it is a central part of the strategy that in the factory keeps knowledge and expertise and the power to control and dictate labour in the hands of the capitalist. Intellectual property disempowers workers by taking the meaning of work and making it someone else's property. Our expertise and our knowledge become illegalized. Intellectual property is the illegalization of community knowledge, of our community's knowledge. It is the illegalization of the expertise that will allow us to take over from the failed terrorist regime of global governance. In other words, WIPO is no longer about preserving creativity and innovation, even in the name of the market. It is about preserving class. What can we do? We can disobey their laws. We can pirate and share their properties through our networks. We can show them that the laws they spend so much time and money formulating are useless against our networks. And we can share and strengthen our own ideas, our own innovation, our own shared knowledge. In the 1600s, during the enclosures, which turned European farmland, European agricultural land, from a common shared resource into the property of rich landowners, a group called the Diggers and a man called Gerard Winstanley argued for a common land, shared common lands across the whole world, in which there will be no property relation. Today, more than ever, we need a shared radical commons, a commons of ideas, an army of ideas that can bring down this regime of intellectual control, of control over information.
No!